Hey, what's going on, everybody? What is up? It has been a minute since I have been live on Thursday night, honey. It has been a hot second. I hope that everybody is doing well. Um, I hope that you join me, that you come on in the house. Uh, Everybody, it seems like, on YouTube right now is talking about how crazy the weather has been. Um, and it's so true. Like, it's one thing that we go from a drought, some of us, not seeing rain for a long time, and then getting the rain, but it literally dropped. I think this morning it was in the like 60s, low 60s maybe, or late, high 50s. And then boom, it's like we got this cold front that came in with the rain. And honey, it is so cold. Like it was 33 degrees the last time I checked. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a hard frost tonight. Which was the prediction of the farmers almanac. It changed a few times, but the last time I looked, the prediction was a hard frost on, or the first frost. They said the first frost was on October 30th for my zone, my area. I'm in zone 6B. Um, but yeah. So yeah. So some things I want to talk about tonight. And I want everybody, if we can get some people in the house, to chime in. But I am really, 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 really great at overthinking things. Matter of fact, I think I invented it. I am the master of overthinking, and I don't know where that comes from. I guess when you're not used to doing something, you have all kinds of questions. When you don't know about certain things, you have a lot of questions, and so the overthinking piece is really easy to do um, when you feel like you don't have enough answers and or enough experience. Um, I don't know, but I'm just good at it. I'm good at overthinking stuff. So, as a beginner gardener, has that served me very well? No. And sometimes, sometimes it can be a good thing because I guess I just tend to think about all the what ifs, which can also create a lot of anxiety for people and for myself. I'm speaking about me, but at the same time, it's like, man, if I didn't think about that, then I probably wouldn't have had a solution to the problem beforehand. Or, but then again, it can be the same. On the other hand, it can just like stop thinking, just do it. You know, I don't know. There's a balance. What's up? There's two people in the house that I see. Good to see you. I'd like to know who you are. If you don't mind hollering at me in the chat and let me know who you are. Um, I am steadily coming back. I'm about 80, about 75% coming back from this little cold or whatever. I never had a fever. Just one day I felt it coming on. You just feel it was like, oh, here it is. Oh, no. Yep, there it is. Right. And I think it's just a combination of the weather change, being out, like the cold, the hot thing, and, or the hot to cold, and then being hot while it's cold because I've been walking a lot past couple weeks and walking a lot in the evenings. And so it's cooler, but my body's hot, just that combination of stuff. So, yeah, I just think that's just what it is. So, uh, I started coughing, and then, as you cough so much, your ribs and your throat, kind of Yeah, and then all the sinus drainage. You know how it goes. So, but I feel good for the most part. I'm a little not as loopy as I was. Like how sinus drainage can make you disoriented. So, okay. So don't overthink it like me. As far as gardening is concerned, and I still do it. When you do things for a long time, when you behave a certain way or have certain thoughts about certain things for a long time, it takes time to retrain your brain, to not think that way or not do this particular thing or whatever it is. So I am working on that. And um, if y'all saw the thumbnail to the live, one of the things is, overthinking planting, planting seeds. And I watched 4 years ago, I started watching YouTube just here and there. I was like, I saw this stuff as a kid. I'll just go, buy a couple plants and pop them in the ground. And I know I need a raised bed because I don't want to really use the native soil here. But then a couple years later, that became not the case. I wanted to try, or this year, I wanted to try to plant in the native soil. And so, but when I first started in this house that we live in now, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this raised bed and I'm just gonna pop a couple plants in, whatever happens, happens. But then I quickly learned that I can't just pop them in the soil. I have to do some things to keep them alive, like water them and water them consistently. I can honestly tell you that even 4 years later, I still don't get that consistent watering. Like I hand water my whole garden. So it gets water when I give it water or when it rains. And um, getting on a consistent, like learning which plants see, here's this overthinking part, but it's true. Like learning which plants need more of a drink than others. Or you can deep water. Deep watering means that Gary from the rustic gardening, had a video one time, not on deep watering, but just watering your plants. And but his tomato plants, he counts to 10, 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, like that. And or he'll measure or certain figure out how much. I don't know how he did it, but I remember the counting, so I do that. Like when I water my tomato plants, my eggplant, I tried to grow that once. I've never been successful at growing eggplant, but those plants that need a lot of water, melons, cucumbers, things like that. So, if I wanted, I can deep water one day and not water so often. Um, and so anyway, just learning all that kind of thing, and which plants are nitrogen fixing plants, and um, should I plant all one bed, one crop, or can I mix it up? Just all kinds of stuff you can overthink. But again, the first thing really is like, how the heck do I plant this? If I want to grow it, how am I supposed to grow it? And I spend all this time watching videos, and by the time I watch so many videos, uh, you know, gosh, I listened to so much that I had it all jumbled up here. So when it was time to actually do the work, I had no idea what to do. Like I was like, what do I do? I know I've watched all this stuff. I just don't know what to do. Hey, backyard gardener, thank you for coming to the live. Thank you for speaking. Um, uh, Good to see you. And so the seed pack on the back of it comes with instructions. Um, and it took me a long time to realize that, believe it or not. If you just flip to the back, it'll tell you, it usually gives you some like description of the product or of the seed, and then it tells you how many days it takes for the seed to germinate, which means that it sprouts. Okay, that's when the plant comes out of the seed, and we call that a seedling, right? A little baby seedling. And then it tells you how deep you should sow. Now this is the part that I'm just like, you totally overthink. A fourth of an inch. Like, why do you need to know what a fourth of an inch is? Well, and then it says that you need to plant the seeds a half inch apart. Now, I never have, and I still don't um measure a fourth of an inch down and a half an inch apart. Like, I've never done that. And then it says that you can plant 12 to 15, the row spacing is 12 to 15 inches, and then 60 to 80 days harvest. But again, I've never sowed carrot seeds, one seed, a fourth of an inch down, and a half an inch apart. I just feel like that's too much work. Um, I think what you should glean from the instruction is that a fourth of an inch is not that much. I mean, not that much at all. And so the seeds are so small that it's when you even put them in the soil, you're just like, where did they go? So if you feel that way, if you ever feel that way, hey, lady, Haluva, hi. I don't think we've met. Good to see you, and thank you for coming in. I so enjoy watching you guys feel like family. Oh, that's great. I know the gardening community here is pretty dope. Pretty dope. Yeah. What's up, Suzette? Miss Full Roller, your plants can't get up and move to the shade like we can. If you see them doing that, you can have them. You right. You are so right. Miss Full Roller said generally all of your summer plants need more water. Just think about it. They are in the summer for many hours. If you are out in the summer, you will require more water. Yeah, out in the heat, definitely. And you're right. So the consistent watering, and what I learned last year was and that was actually the best I've ever had with uh, growing squashes and zucchinis. I watered twice a day. It was so hot that I literally had to go out twice a day and water, and I deep watered. I mean, I let that pretty much soak them, and they loved it. And I didn't do that this year. I didn't do that this year. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm just so inconsistent. And so that is I've gotten better. I've gotten better this year, but there's still things that I'm like, man, Letitia, why do you know not to do that? Why did you do that? But that's just what we do. I think it's just human behavior. We forget. We get in a rush. I got other things to do, but you're trying to grow food at the same time, and you're excited about it. But you're like, oh crap, I forgot to water today, or I forgot to water earlier before the sun come. Oh, I forgot to spray. I should have done it. Now I gotta wait till the next day. It's just all these things when you got so much going on. But with small seeds, if you put them on the soil and you can't see them anymore, you can barely see them, then they don't need to be that deep in the ground. They really don't. I mean, I messed up the first time I ever tried to plant carrots by putting too deep in the ground. The second time I was very successful. This spring I was very successful. I planted some more, but there you can just sprinkle them around. Can barely see them because most of the time they're black or dark, like a dark brown. And then maybe sprinkle a little soil on top, but just mostly just patting them down and making sure they make contact. I planted for the first time some Detroit red beets. Those seeds are a little bit bigger, so if I needed to push them down a little bit more in the soil, and I did as I was patting them down. But the bigger the seed, the deeper you go. The smaller the seed, you don't have to plant so deep. Just make sure they come in contact with the soil. You may want to sprinkle, lightly some soil over top, and then pat that sucker down, and then obviously water. The past couple of days, it's been raining, so I've been running outside to throw seeds outside because the ground is already wet. So forgive my voice, y'all. It's coming back, but it's not that great. Um, let's see, Lady Heluva, thank you so much. I'm glad your voice is coming back. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is. It's about 75%. It's good though. Suzette, I always tell saying how the backyard gardener. Lettuce too, they need light. Yes. Lettuce does need light. And everything needs sun to grow. Some plants need less sun than others. So there are plants that you can grow in partial shade, and they do really well. Most of my garden was in partial shade, um, and it did well. I think the tomatoes and eggplants and things like that, they do well in shade. People most of the time they have to shade their stuff anyway because it's so hot outside that people invest a lot of money into, or not a lot, but whatever. They invest money into purchasing shade cloths. So I feel like I have a win with that because my backyard gets shade most of the day, but it's not as intense, and it comes and it goes pretty quickly. So, but my plants grew great. They grew great, but yes, some plants need more sun than others. Um, Hi, Melanie. How you doing, Melanie? Congratulations. And let's see. Uh, let's see. Okay, she said hello to everyone. Yeah, you're welcome. So overthinking it. Yeah, I have a lot of okra seeds. And by the way, some people have asked for okra seeds in the comments when I first brought this up. I grew the green Clemson okra and the red burgundy okra this year. And I have a bunch of seeds. And some people asked for them, but I need you to email me because if I don't, it's hard to go back through comments and remember who said what. So if you just send me an email, then I can take credit. But there were like 4 or 5 people that asked for seeds and never emailed me, so I don't even remember who you are. And so please email me barefruitgardening at gmail.com and I will get those to you. I also have, let's see, I have red and burgundy okra, and I have some other things too, but that was the one that I have the abundance. And then the yard long beans, it's a mix of asparagus, yard long beans, and green beans. Um, and so there were some people that wanted some of those too, uh, the asparagus beans especially. But again, I didn't get an email, so you have to email me at barefruitgardening.com. I mean barefruitgardening at gmail.com, and I will get those to you. Um, let's see. You had beautiful okra and beans. Thank you so much. Yeah, the okra, man. So if you want to plant that is pest resistant for the most, like the fruit doesn't get attacked, but the leaves do, because when those Japanese beetles came, honey, they just decided to do what they wanted to do. So if you, but other than that, the fruit doesn't get damaged though. So okra is all that, and it's prolific. So I got tired of harvesting okra, and I only had 5 plants. I was like, good lord! It's like when once they got to going and producing, honey, it was like every day I was out there harvesting okra, and but yes, it continuous harvest loves the heat, so you are not going to have a problem growing okra in the heat. Loves it. And I mean, like I for a good month, maybe month and a half, I watered okra and I was consistently over there. I have it on the other side of my shed. And but once they were established, honey, I didn't do nothing. And I planted them in the ground. Didn't have to do a thing. I mean, it's like I literally would water the whole garden and forget to go water the okra, or just decide I wasn't going over there, and they still survived. I mean, I neglected them for a good while, and they continue to produce. So if you want a crop that's prolific, that is heat tolerant, very heat tolerant, almost drought tolerant too. I mean, like really, like they once they're established, honey, they were just rocking it out. I planted them in the ground. I did not plant them in a raised bed or a container. They were in the ground. But they did really well. Another thing that I overthink is lately I've been posting videos about how to save seeds and how to harvest seeds and things like that. And there are a couple of things that you can use to dry seeds. You can lay them on a napkin. You can lay them on a paper plate. Um, I don't know what that was coming off of there, but you can, you don't have to. There's just not one way to do it. So, but don't overthink that. Just you want the seeds to be dry before you store them. And you can store them in paper bags, you can store them in envelopes, you can store them in little plastic, um, you know, things like this. And make sure you label them and everything. But don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Make sure the seeds are dry. So if you do plant them or put them, store them in plastic, they don't sprout. Okay, so you want to make sure they're dry, and you want to keep them in a cool, dry place. A lot of people keep their seeds in the refrigerator. I don't do that. I just put them on a bookshelf in my room, in my office. So I don't. And most of my seeds are in a basket on a bookshelf in my office. Um, see, see, these are all seeds, and I mean, I don't know. They're in Ziploc bags. This was a bird and butterfly wildflower blend mix that I don't think did very well, that I bought at the store, in these little plastic bags. I have a photo album right here that I use to store my seeds, to organize my seeds. Here's a little pail I bought from the Dollar Tree. I got seeds in there. I put seeds in these little envelopes before. So I mean, just whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. But you got to try some things to figure that out. I also did a video where I washed my seeds off in a strainer that was too big because that's all I had. Well, I went to the Dollar Tree, and Dollar Tree is not sponsoring this video, by the way. I just shop there a lot. But I found this little thingy, and I don't know what it's called. It just says mesh strainer on the, but I don't think that's the actual like technical name. But the seeds are not going to go for now the little ones will, but for the most part, like if I'm doing tomatoes or cucumbers or something like that, this strainer is still bigger than the one that I had, so or still better than the one that I had, so I don't have to worry too much about seeds going through. I'm trying to get the flesh off. I can water, I can press the flesh through and get those seeds really clean if I want to. That way, I talked about fermenting, but you don't have to do that. You can just spray your seeds off, using something like this or whatever you want to do. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. I also love, love, love to do this in the winter time or when I'm starting seedlings in the house, because sometimes you definitely don't want to bring soil that you used outside inside. And for a lot of reasons, and some people are overwintering plants, so they are bringing them in from the outside in the house, and that's cool. But you need to be prepared for a few things. So, and I did not know this my first year, so I was like, "What are these little things flying around?" And they were fungus gnats. They're not harmful; they're just annoying as jacks. And so you have to come up with ways to deal with the fungus gnats in your house. One way, people buy this yellow sticky paper stuff or sticky tape or whatever it is, on Amazon. I've never used that product, but people love it. There are all kinds of different things out there. I have used apple cider vinegar, a little bit of soap and water, mix it together, and set them out. And what I did was collect my daughter's applesauce cups. Like the applesauce comes in those little plastic cups, or the little cut up peaches and things like that. Well, I saved like 20 of those, 30 of those, and I used those. I just put the solution or my mixture in. The gnats are attracted to the sugar in the apple cider vinegar, and so then they get in the water, but they can't get out because of the soap and all that kind of thing. But I put that mixture in those little cups and just set them strategically around the house or wherever I saw the gnats. But my first year that I bought, I don't remember what I did. I think I just used some soil that I bought at the store, and that soil had fungus gnats in it. So I had like tons in the house. So that helped with that. Anybody else have any recommendations on how to deal with fungus gnats in your house or how you deal with them? I know a lot of people like backyard gardeners. She brings in her fig trees from outside. Some people just completely repot their plants before they bring them in, so it's fresh soil. Um, but again, the soil that you buy at the store can still have fungus gnat eggs in it. I did a video last winter about how to sanitize your soil. I didn't make that up, y'all. I literally saw it somewhere and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. So I just recorded a video when I tried it for the first time and I didn't have any fungus gnat issues. Not one fungus gnat. But all you do is boil water on the stove, have you a container full of soil, and you just pour the boiling hot water in the soil, mix it around, make sure the soil comes in contact with the water. And then I covered it with a piece of aluminum foil, and or you can cover it with a top or whatever it is, if there's a lid for your container, and leave it until it cools down. I don't use it. I waited to use mine the next day, but you can wait till it cools down completely and then use it to plant. And that can reduce or completely eliminate if there are any fungus gnat eggs in your soil. So I did that. Let's see. They can be harmful to certain plants. Fungus gnats, yes, they were not harmful to me. As a human, no, but yes, fungus gnats, yes, because they basically, my understanding is they eat the roots of your plants. So that's why you don't want a whole lot of problems with those. And they're just completely. I mean, like I was literally talking, and then one would pop me in the eye, or get in my eye, and I'm like, "What is this thing?" Before I actually knew what they were. Um, let's see. Other things that I overthink as a gardener. Um, I was talking about bringing in plants or whatever. I did for the first time like hardcore. I called it hardcore because it's the most I've ever done, but indoor gardening in the wintertime. And so you don't have to stop gardening if you don't want to. Once it gets cold, I don't have the infrastructure for outdoor gardening in the wintertime. I'm trying to think of some ideas or what. I'm like, Letitia, I see all the videos, the cold frames, all this other stuff, but am I really going to want to come outside when it's snowing and it's cold like that to get food? I don't know. And part of it, see, I'm not even convinced really. So I know that what my garden is there and I want to do what I can to keep it. But it's also because I have a lot of, like, I just feel like I'm unprepared, and I am. And I knew winter was coming for, forever, right? We know winter is coming. And you just get busy and or whatever, busy is, and you forget to plan, and that's pretty much where I am. But so I'm gonna try. So I'm trying some things. I like to reuse, reduce, recycle. So I try to do that as much as I possibly can. And I try to watch videos where people are just using things that they have around the house to garden with. And um, I watched, what's her name, Refuge. What is that channel? It's a big channel. They come on Sunday nights most of the time. Refuge is coming to my Roots in Refuge. She had used a plastic tote and put the plastic tote over her lettuce greens, and that they created somewhat of a greenhouse effect. That the temperature was not. It was probably like 5 degrees difference, I think, than the outside temperature, but it worked. And so I love ways like we got so much stuff just laying around our house. So I want to try to get some of that stuff that I'm not using, or this just or and repurpose it. And so yeah, so I'm trying things like that. Y'all are not going to believe some of the other things that I saw yesterday when I was researching how to overwinter fig trees. And I'm trying some things as of tonight. I'm trying to see if we're actually going to get a hard frost, and we can test it out and see if it works. Seedlings are really, really, really fragile, and they're strong, but they're fragile. And so if we have like a big change in weather, like a frost, sometimes your seedlings won't survive that because they're just not strong enough yet. Their root systems are not strong enough. So I'm trying something to see if I can protect them with a household item, and I'll let y'all know if that works out. Let me see in the chat real quick. Some people are talking around. Let's see. Lady, it takes me time to say your name. I don't know why. Lady Heluva, and I'm probably even saying that wrong. Does anyone know how to harvest bay leaf before the code hits? I live in zone 9. That's a good question. I have no idea how to harvest bay leaf. I never have grown bay leaves. I wish Dan's organic food forest was in the house. But has anybody ever done that before in this chat? If y'all don't mind letting Lady Haluva know. And oh, Susette says that I use clear shower curtains made of tent. We don't really get snow. Okay, no, that's not about harvesting bay leaves. Let the frost hit. Okay, they're not talking about bay leaves. So no, so sorry. But if anybody does know that's in the house, there's 8 people in the house. Hey, everybody. And everybody doesn't like to chat, and that's okay. Some people just listen, but welcome everyone. It's good to see you here. Thank you for joining me. And but let me back up to the shower curtain. So you know what? That is so, and I see shower curtains on sale all the time, and I never thought about that. Susette, that may be a win for me because I'm open to that. Any disadvantages of using a shower curtain, and or any just reservations about using the shower curtain would be great. And do you poke holes in the shower curtain for airflow, or you just throw that sucker over your plants? Backyard Gardener says, let the frost hit your figs one time. Yes. So I went out and bought a roll of burlap. My plan is burlap, leaves, cardboard. That's all I got. And they're not in the ground, they're in buckets. So I'm going to leave them in buckets. I'm planning to make room in my shed because I do not want to bring those in the house. And I think that's what I'm gonna do, and just see what happens. A lot of people say they insulate with leaves. They love to insulate with leaves. I heard some people say that they actually do use plastic like bubble wrap, but I was told not to do that. So I don't know what to do with the plastic thing. So I'm just leaving it out. But I do have burlap, I do have newspaper and cardboard, and I do have leaves. So I think that's my plan at this point. But yes, I do understand. I need to let the frost hit it at least one time, a hard frost or any frost, because we've had 2 light frosts, and my fig trees are leafing out again. So I'm thinking I need to let the hard frost hit them first, and then they're on their way to dormancy. Um, let's see. They are cheap. Yeah, shower curtains. Uh-huh. And oh, Miss Full Roller. Hey, Miss Full Roller. That's a good question. Do you use the clear ones or the opaque ones? That's a great question. So how much? And that's another concern. Something that I was overthinking, like how much sunlight should the plants get? Because really, the greenhouse that I had, and being in a greenhouse or something covering it like that. That's what I mean. But the greenhouse I had last year or last winter, spring, the temperature difference was not that much, maybe 3 or 4 degrees. And so I was always concerned about, if it's really, really sunny day, should I go out and, like, yes, you should go out and check every day that you have plants in your greenhouse, not just when it's really, really sunny. Now, if it's cold, if it's nighttime, if it's overcast skies, you should still go out and check. But if it's cloudy and it's raining and it's cold and it's dark, the temperature is obviously not as warm. But anytime you have sunny weather, even overcast skies, I was not cloudy but overcast. It's a little bit different anyway, or it's different to me. But I had to go out there and check every day, and it just drastically, the temperature would change in the greenhouse. But most of the time, on the coldest day, it was maybe 3 degrees warmer in that little greenhouse that I had than it was actually outside. So to me, it didn't make a huge difference. I'll tell you one channel that you can watch that I 100% recommend, um, and she is currently in has her plants in a greenhouse right now. She just talked about heating a greenhouse with Christmas lights, and a heater, and using a fan. And while she uses the fan, she has citrus trees in her greenhouse. She's growing tomatoes. She's growing leafy greens. I mean, just like so much stuff in this greenhouse. Her name, or her channel name, is Cheryl's Organic Food Forest. Hands down, 100% recommend, especially beginner gardeners, to go check her out. She's all that. I love Miss Cheryl. Okay, but she is great. Hey, Diva, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you, Diva. She said, "What's up, everybody?" Yeah, but I would definitely, uh, go check out Miss Cheryl, because she'll hook you up with some knowledge. And Suzette said that she uses the clear ones. Okay. Yeah, that is a great idea. That is a great idea. Again, I love to use stuff that I already have around the house. Number one, you're not using it anyway, or you could repurpose it. Number two, it saves you money. Why not? Okay. I love saving money, and not spending if I don't have to spend. And again, if the stuff is just sitting out looking at you every day anyway, you might as well reuse it or repurpose it. So Seth says the material of the clear liners was like my portable greenhouse plastic from Aldi's, maybe Aldi's. Um, Lady Hell of Hell of a. Am I pronouncing it right? I don't know. Lady Hell of a. That's how she says you pronounce it. I think that's how. But she's still here. She's still here. Yes, Miss Cheryl, watch her. Yeah, she's great. Chris, hi, how are you doing? I don't think we've met, so welcome. It's good to see you. I'm just thinking about stuff that I tend to overthink a lot as a gardener. And so if you if anybody else want to chime in, things that you tend to overthink about in the garden, that would be great. We're all here to learn from each other. And if it wasn't really for this garden community, I don't know what I would do, because again, too, like on my channel, I try to show y'all everything, things that are going well, stupid mistakes I make all the time, and I do a lot of stupid stuff. I do a lot of stupid stuff, and some of the stuff I didn't mean to, like I was ignorant. But most of the time, y'all, I don't be thinking, and somehow I still be growing this food. Ain't that crazy? So it's like you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. There's no such thing. Just try it and see what happens. And then you have people, like Diva Jones, like Miss Cheryl, like Backyard Gardener, that are that are seasoned and know something about something. You know what I'm saying? And so you can watch them, get comments from them. That's really why I'm doing this. Y'all are all coaching me. Y'all all coaching me because I want to be better. I can't get my schedule together to take that master gardener class. It seems like excuse me, it's always offered on days that I cannot sacrifice. I just can't do it right now. So I'm hoping that this year, or this coming year, that the classes are on a different day of the week. That would be amazing. But anyway, um, Diva says, "Yep, I use plastic all the time. People say not to use it, but I have news. They have no idea how to use it. You can use it successfully. Yes. And um, about those bay leaves. Okay, so whoever's asking, I can't remember who's asking about the bay leaves now, but Miss Diva said just pluck them off. Oh, did she put Miss? Okay, Lady Helava. She put. Yeah, okay. She tried to tag you to that. You won't hurt the tree. My granny had one she never bought bay leaves. I've heard that. Like there was another channel I was watching that had a bay leaf, and I was like, oh, it's like really a tree. I didn't know. I don't know what I thought it was gonna be. I don't know. Um, let's see. Um, no, I do not grow weed. No, nope. Herbs, vegetables, fruits, and I have some trees as well. Fruit trees. I have uh, four. I think I have four. Three figs, two citrus, and two apple trees. Hey J3GS Farms, how you doing? Good evening. And let's see. Yeah, this is my first year growing fruit trees. And now what I'm overthinking is how to overwinter them and the best time to prune my fruit trees because some of them look kind of weird. They just grew, and I bought them that way, and so I'm wondering about pruning and how I should do that. So I'm kind of um, looking at that a little bit more. My mods, if y'all could help me follow the chat, that would be great as well, if y'all don't mind. And but yeah. So I'm, you know, again, you just can't help yourself when you don't know a whole lot about something. You always kind of have this freak out moment or anxiety about it, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And oh, the fig trees, I had heard too that a lot of people have a dieback typically, and the tree will actually die back to the soil almost, but it's like automatically when the season comes and they come out of dormancy, there is new growth and those trees grow really big and strong and fruit. So I'm very hopeful about that. That I'm learning that that's the case. That's pretty normal, and to not freak out about that if you have to cut your tree back significantly. Some people go ahead and cut their trees back significantly, like a foot. I've heard that a foot to 18 inches. They go ahead and they want not back a foot to 18 inches, but they want the tree a foot to 18 inches above the soil. They go ahead and cut it back to that point. So here's the soil, here's the foot to 18 inches. And I was like, oh wow, okay, so you just go on and nick it off. Okay, got it. So that's pretty cool too. Um, uh, okay, so she's still talking about the bay leaves, I think. Are you talking about let's see. Okay, yeah. She's still talking about the bay leaves. And another thing about growing indoors, it is completely possible to do, and you can do it all kinds of ways. People use grow lights. I tried that last season. I bought this grow light that did not work out very well. It's like all of my tomato plants died after a while. I had them under an LED, and the bulb, I think the grow light that I used, it was longer, like a shop light, but it said that it was a grow light, and but it was like after I moved the plants because they were getting tall, and I had them in a tote. I created a tote grow light box first, but they were getting too big for that grow box, so I wanted them out on the table with a grow light over top. So I bought a shop light, and it's like once I moved them into that light, it just killed them. They did not grow very well. They started to get really sickly and they died. But the ones that I kept in the tote were fine. We're fine. So grow lights, I'm not 100% bought into that now. There is a channel that I recommend 100%, just so you can see though, like everybody has different experiences, but this guy has mastered growing food indoors under grow lights. And he actually created the grow light, I do believe, and then he has it manufactured. But his the channel name is Hidden Harvest Grow Light. So if you've never seen that, then you need to check out that channel, Hidden Harvest Grow Lights. Um, yeah, pretty dope. So I would buy his and trust that his work, because I keep seeing evidence of that. But that shop light that I spent, I think I spent $20 on, and it just wasn't worth it. I don't know what was going on, but those plants got sick and died. So definitely check out Hidden Harvest Grow Light if you're interested in learning more about growing indoors. And he deals with the fungus gnat issue, and he has ways to deal with that as well. But yeah, his plants look absolutely amazing. They look absolutely amazing. Um, one again with the pots. So I don't if I use the ideally in my brain, what I want to do is at the end of each season, if I'm done using a pot, I want to store them. So I want to clean them out and store them. So wash them with soap and water and let them dry and then store them. But that doesn't always happen. And right now everything has soil in it. Everything's being used anyway. So I just or has soil in it, but it's not being used. So I need to take the soil out or figure out something. I don't know. But ideally that's what I would want. I would want to clean them out and store them or use them indoors after I clean them really good. But I don't bring pots. I decided not to bring pots anymore from the outside. I don't care if they're clean or not. I'm just not going to use them indoors. And plus, I don't have a lot of space in my house for extra stuff. So um, I love, and this is another product that I buy at Dollar Tree. Again, I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. These are what's up. Okay, these are awesome. They're just little tinfoil plant, and like three come in here for $1, three for $1. And you can buy these all different sizes. But these are perfect, just the perfect amount of soil. If I want to grow, certain seedlings in here or seeds like microgreens, there you go, backyard gardener. I mean, there's trays and stuff for that, but I'm just saying if you want to get started and just see if you can get really, really good at growing microgreens, you should try to use this first. You can throw these away, right? You can wash them, reuse them, whatever you want to do. But I love these, and they're cheap, $1, three for $1. And so if I wanted to grow, like, let's say I wanted to grow radish, mustard green, or radish microgreens, and then I wanted to grow kale. Well, I could take a toilet paper roll, cut it in half, or cut it up the center, and create a divider or whatever you want to use, a piece of cardboard, and then grow kale here and radish there. Microgreens, you can mix them all up, but if you wanted to keep them separate just so you knew what was what, I mean, this is like perfect. It's so perfect. And then, all you got to do is poke some holes in the bottom with a nail or something like that. Um, Use one to catch the water if you want to do that. I love these. I absolutely love these. So, again, don't overthink it. Do you have to buy all these little pods and cute little things? No. There's one channel, I can't remember the name of it right now, but I love to just reuse things if I can. But my daughter eats yogurt a lot, so I just use her little yogurt cups. That's another thing. I mean, toilet paper rolls themselves, don't cut them. Just, I mean, you might want a few containers like this or something to put them in, but you can use those. I saw people start there, and I don't. I personally will. I'm not gonna say never, but I choose not to start my root vegetables like beets and carrots and onions and things like that inside. I just direct sow from now on. I'm not doing that. I try to start onions early. It was a waste of time for me personally. But they put a bunch of toilet paper rolls in here, and they planted their root crops, whatever they wanted, in the toilet paper rolls like that. So and that kind of makes sense because the root's going to grow down. I don't know, but you can just make stuff like this work for you. I just love like the endless possibilities of reusing stuff in your home that you already have. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. And I told you I'm the master of that. So I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Um, let's see what else is going on in the chat. All right. All right. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. It's just I'm really trying hard to do better and to learn and just keep learning and retaining some of that information and and applying it, obviously, because knowledge is not power unless you apply it. That's what I believe. And so we all try to do our best here. We try to do our best. And I think the thing about gardening is that you can try and keep trying and keep trying and keep trying, and there's no judgment. There's no judgment. You just got to figure it out. Make it work for you. Make it work and make it work for you. I'm tickled to death that my citrus trees are still alive. I'm tickled to death that my fig trees are alive. That's I know I might not have fertilized them correctly, or pruned them correctly, or harvested when I should have, on any plant that I grew this summer in spring. But girl, I grew them, and most of them stayed alive. I had some casualties, please believe, but I'm very, very proud of my gardening season this year. I'm so proud of myself. And you should be too. Some people, are like, oh, well, your sweet potato harvest was great. It is a win. You actually grew stuff, but they weren't that big, and they were not. My sweet potatoes were not, but I grew them, and it was my first time growing them. They actually were potatoes. I can't believe it. I can't believe I actually grew sweet potatoes for the first time. So like I'm just in a place of ah, you got to take what you can get and be happy just about the small victories too. It's okay to do that. Let me see. Bigs are like weeds. Backyard gardener says. Well, I don't know. I'm still trying to understand or learn the behavior of the fig tree. Just you know what they are like weeds, in the fact that most of y'all know, especially with Little Buddy. I named my trees, by the way. Little Buddy is the Chicago Hardy fig, but his leaves just kept dropping. They kept yellowing and dropping. There was some spotting on them, but they would just push leaves back out. And right now, his leaves are so beautiful. But that's just what happens. And Diva says, "Girl, figs don't need anything. I feel that's why so many don't get fruit. They doing way too much." And you've said that consistently on your channel, that if we just leave stuff alone sometimes and allow it to just be a fig tree, allow it to just to be the peach tree, be what it is, then it is fine without our intervention. And I do believe that. I believe that for the most part. And the trees, like I said, they've grown. There have been new growth, but I never fertilized those trees other than with fish emulsion. So that is a fertilizer. But yes, I did use fish emulsion. But other than that, I didn't use anything else on the trees. And they did fine for the most part. They recovered when they were sick. Leaf rust is something else that's a lot common with the fig trees, and I had that on my trees, but the leaves dropped and they just kept pushing them out. So next year, I hope to get fruit from them. I did not get fruit from any of them this year, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see if that will happen for me next year. I know a lot of people didn't have burn bans on. We did, so I can't burn without getting a citation. I'm not going to give these people no more of my money. Sorry, that went over my head. I don't remember what I was talking about, or I don't remember. Sorry, what that comment was about. Um, let go and let nature take its course. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And okay, I'm out for it. Out for it. Can hardly wait. I'm sorry. I'm really having a hard time like understanding what's going on. Hey, indoor, outdoor. Okay, got it. And then good evening, the indoor outdoor gardener. Hey, I said got it, but I really didn't make the connection until I saw indoor outdoor. What's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, I've been on here for a little bit, just yapping about things that I overthink about in the garden. So if you have any uh, comments that you want to make about that, anything, anybody else can relate to me. Am I the only one that overthinks stuff in the garden? I don't know. Maybe. But as a beginner gardener, some people keep saying I'm not a beginner gardener, but gosh, y'all, I still feel really new to this. I'm catching on to a lot of stuff. I'm catching on, but I'm nobody's expert, and I really don't even think I deserve to be called an intermittent or advanced gardener yet. I'm not there yet, but I have been successful a lot this year with my garden. My garden, and this is the biggest it's ever been, the most fruit I've ever grown. I mean, the garden was just bearing fruit out of this world this year, and I'm very grateful for that, and so excited to see that I am retaining some information, and that I can grow some stuff, and I can keep it alive. So that's a good thing. Thank you so much, Suzette. Thank you. And no, see, people keep saying that. No, you're not a beginner. Well, I guess I don't know. I don't know. But I definitely feel that way. I am learning a lot. I have learned a lot. So maybe next year or the year after, I won't say that I'm a beginner gardener anymore, but my heart is with beginner gardeners. Like I really, this channel is for people that want to learn and learn from my mistakes, learn from the things that I'm doing, not just the stuff, because I don't feel like I ever do anything completely right. If there isn't even a such thing as right and wrong here, but I think people make suggestions that are highly recommended for you not to do or to do. And I guess that language of right and wrong really bothers me. So it's not that you're right or there's a right way or one way to do things. In gardening, there is not. But some things may cost you, okay, a casualty or two if you do versus doing it another way, whatever. Indoor outdoor gardener says, hello, what's going on? She says, hey, what's up to everybody? Uh, but but yeah, y'all. Real quick, I'm real close to 400 subscribers. People that pay attention, most try to, and man, y'all are typically very very consistent supporters of the channel, and I'm so grateful for that. Sasette, Diva, Indoor Gardener, Backyard Gardener, J3GS Farms. I mean, y'all always in my lives. Y'all always commenting on the videos, giving me some feedback, coaching me on what to do. So I'm so grateful for you all. Let's see who else is in the house. Lady hell of you. I'm so sorry, I can't remember how to pronounce it. But you're new to me. But thank you so much for joining us, and I'm sure you can shed some light on some things that I'm doing and experiencing. Everybody has different experiences. Everybody lives in different zones, different areas of the country, but we can still come together and offer some advice. So I'm really pumped up, excited. Miss Full Roller is very consistent all the time. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And but let's see. Uh, yes, you're here to learn. Me too. Me too. I just want to learn. I just want to learn, and I want to make it work. And I want to grow, and I have experienced success, and that is not a boasting. That is just a fact. I this is the most successful I've ever been in my garden since I started gardening on my own as an adult, and I'm pumped up about it. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And Indoor Outdoor Gardener says I need to catch up on some of your videos and lives. So I will be doing that tomorrow. Well, thank you so much. Yes, girl. I've been playing catch up for 6 months now. It feels like, and especially here lately, y'all know I've been really busy supporting my husband, and we got some things going on. So, yeah, I play catch up all the time. So I understand, y'all. We don't get paid to sit and watch YouTube videos. Most of us don't. Okay, you might get paid to make them, but you don't get paid to sit and watch them. So I don't expect everybody to watch everything. Nope, 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 nope. But thank you so much for saying that. Thank you. Um Backyard Gardener said her medication is kicking in. Oh goodness, are you sick too? Oh my gosh. I'm about to go have some green tea and some honey and some lemon. That has been like twice a day. One day, a couple days I did 3 times a day because all this was just on fire, on fire. And really the tea, the warmness helps soothe. I had to eat some wood chips, Lord Jesus. I didn't eat wood chips. I meant ice chips a couple of days, but that seemed to make it a little worse. I don't know. The stinging, and then it finally went away. It finally went away. But the honey is all that. It's really helping. And the lemon, and then drinking those herbal teas. So I'm about to go have one of those before I go to bed. Um, and let's see. Y'all laughing at my wood chips. I know. Ain't that crazy? We just thinking about. Oh, speaking of wood chips, a lot of people are starting to get wood chip drops, and that's really cool. There's a website called Wood Chip Drop, and I joined that website last year, but it took forever, and I happened to be, and it does take a while for them to get to you if they ever get to you. But it's free wood chips, free, 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 free. You just have to, when you fill out the form, tell them where you live and all that. Tell them where to leave the drop. Okay, when they get to your house, and so I signed up for that. But then I ended up getting wood chips from. I was just driving around, and a tree company was I had just finished chopping a tree, and I just pulled over and yelled. I said, "Hey, excuse me, what are you gonna do with them wood chips?" He said, "Take them to the dump." And I said, "Well, can you dump it in my house? I live right around the corner." And they were like, "How far?" Because they didn't, I guess they were going to lunch. I don't know. Didn't want to drive out their way. I said, "Literally down the street to the stop sign and to the left." He was like, "Oh, okay." So they followed me home and dumped them in my driveway. So I had free wood chips. Yep. Yep. So if y'all are interested in the wood chip journey, y'all should try that. Y'all should try that. Free mulch. Free, free. Yeah. So okay, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. I really love y'all, and I promise you, after November 5th, I'm gonna be a little bit more consistent. Get back on my game. I found some editing software that I'm excited about because y'all know my videos have not been edited for a while. Because my little software that I was using before, it just like said, Letitia, okay, you done using me for now. So I had to find something else. So, but after November 5th, I should start to get my train moving again with the channel and everything. But thank you all for hanging in there with me. Everybody's been so supportive. And when am I going live again? Well, I do things a little spontaneous every once in a while. But I was consistently, before my husband decided to campaign, I was consistently going live on Thursday nights around this time. But I would try my best to do that after November 5th. Probably not the week of November 5th. I may go live that Thursday night, but don't count on my consistency starting then because we have to recover from this long journey that we've been on. And I may take a trip, so I might not even be in town. But I do plan to go consistently live on Thursday nights. But I pop up all the time. I pop up all the time. on or not all the time, but every once in a while, spontaneously talking, yapping. Okay, waiting for y'all to yap with me. Yep. Be easy, everyone. Backyard says, be easy. Be easy. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. And one minute, indoor outdoor. I need to know when to look out for you. Have a nice night. Oh, well, thank you. I will try to be consistently live. Oh, and look who comes in the house. Why, Miss Angela? Why? Miss Angela's Garden Sense is in the house. Hey there. Good night, Miss Full Roller. Good night. Yep, I was about to sign off, Miss Angela. You do that to me every time, Miss Angela. Why do you do that to me? She said, "Oh shucks." Yes. Yep. I'm about to get it. It's been an hour and 5 minutes. Can you believe it? Yeah, I know. I know. I know. But you was on the phone. On the phone. Yapping on the phone. I'm yapping on YouTube. Yep. That's what we do. That's what we do. It's okay. It's okay. But yep, I was telling everybody after November 5th, I plan to try to be a little bit more consistent with my lives. I typically go live every on Thursdays. I started doing like once or twice a month, and then it turned in consistently like every week, one live. So we'll see if I can pick that back up again after November 5th. Yeah, it's raining like crazy here too. I told you I've been planting seeds outside in the rain, and like literally it came down, turned on my phone, and it stopped. And there was like drizzle. The drizzle is even worse to me, I think. The drizzling of the rain. Like I'm just like, come on down, don't drizzle. But so I was able to get some seeds in. I planted some red mustards, courtesy of Diva Jones 03. I planted some Detroit red beets that I bought at the Dollar Tree. Not knocking Dollar Tree. Don't knock Dollar Tree till you try it. They seeds are pretty decent, actually. 99 cents. I got them seeds for 10 cents a pack. So it was all that. Yep. Those uh, the red mustards haven't come up yet. They come up for you, but I just planted them. So I'm hoping that I can get this stuff to come up, that I can protect them enough to be able to harvest from them. Lettuce, by the way, greens, leafy greens, and things like that tend to do well if they get frosted. One last channel, one last shout out that I want to do real quick. If you do not believe me that leafy greens can frost, unthaw, and still grow, and you can still harvest, check out Bubble Beat. His channel is called Bubble Beat. Hold on. He has mastered growing greens on his deck, and then he has a garden in his yard. But yes, honey. Did somebody tell me? No. Okay. I gotta find those sales at Dollar General that folks are finding. Not Dollar General, but Dollar Tree. But Dollar General, yes, people are telling me they're finding stuff there too. Um, you talked about saving money before, but people weren't interested. Well, and I actually, you know what? I tried to start a tag. Actually, I didn't try to start. I talked about it with because I wanted people to post videos about, and maybe we should do that. Let's start a tag then, Diva. People at while you out shopping, look for the clearance stuff first before you start buying stuff at retail price, and see how much money you can save. I mean, I don't know how you would want to do that, but look who is popping up in this house. Look at, and I'm already at over an hour. Y'all just keep popping in. What's up, UT? What's going on? Yes, look, Miss Angela came in. Now UT. I don't know what I'm doing myself. Um, but yes, yeah, there are tons of ways to save money or to spend less in garden. You don't have to spend all your paycheck on the garden. You don't. Um, but let me see what you saying. I always want to save money. Yes, Miss Angel, me too. Got to find another store that has gardening stuff. Yes. So maybe Diva, there you go. Yeah, or you can start it. I'll follow you, whatever. But let's do it. Let's do it. Every Tuesday, there are penny items at Dollar General. Just Google the penny list at Dollar General. You can see what will ring up for a penny when you check out. Ain't that something? Trick or treating with the kiddos. Yes, we went out for a hot second. It is so cold. I was like, little big girl farmer is going, her nose is going to fall off. It's going to get so cold. She giggled and just like, Mommy, I love trick or treating. She's excited. So I drove while Daddy drove and followed them down the street while Daddy and her walked to a few doors. And then we hopped in the car and went and got dinner. It was so cold, so cold. I don't remember it being that cold when I was a kid. I just don't remember. Um, let's see. Backyard, I thought you was out of here. I thought your meds had kicked in. Yeah, I didn't know about the penny list either. I actually, I take it back. I have heard about it, but like maybe once or twice, but I never really looked into that. Family Dollar has an app. Most stores do, but they'll let you. They have coupons on the app that you can clip electronically and go in the store and purchase. And yeah, there's all kinds of different things. So maybe, yeah, Diva, maybe you should do that. Get us started. Um, yeah, yeah, you can. Diva, you right. We are having a record cold here last night. 0 degrees. You are kidding me. The last 3 nights. UT. The last 3 nights have been at 0 degrees. You are kidding. Y'all, I'm telling us, well, we ain't gonna get into that, but y'all, this weather, all I'm saying is we gotta take care of our stuff. We gotta take care of this place a little bit better. Ooh. Miss Angela, Miss Angela wants to know where you live or what zone you're in, where you live, if you don't mind sharing. No, he's not in Nova Scotia. No. And to be honest, I forget where you live, but he's not. He's in the States. Uh, maybe she meant that as a joke. I don't know, but yeah, snow on Saturday. Our hardy stuff is starting to fail. We go through. We good though. Utah in Zone 6B. Good grief. Woo! Right, somewhere near the Arctic Circle. I know that's right. That is cold. 0 degrees for the past 3 nights. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. Yeah, I was trying to find Bubble Beat because I want y'all to check him out. Bubble Beat. I'm pretty sure that's his name. Yeah, Bubble Beat. One word. Bubb. If one of my mods could find his channel for me, that'd be great. Bubble. Yep. Miss Angels. Yep. There's the name right there. Miss Angela's Garden typed in the name. Yep. Bubble Beat, but it's one word. So put the two words together. And his channel looked like this when you find him on the page. You see him in the yellow, and that's him below too. But the yellow, that's what the picture looks like. Um, Yeah. And he grew fast. He grew fast. But he is very, very consistent of how he presents his content. And but yeah, he has completely mastered and will show you that his lettuce, look at some videos from last season, but his lettuce literally froze, unthawed, and he harvested beautiful greens. I mean, that man, his garden is beautiful, and he is completely mastered growing peppers, tomatoes, all leafy greens that you can possibly think of, and then he makes a lot of soups with a little bit of meat. He talks about that, but he's definitely mastered that, and he has a lot of wildlife too that try to eat his garden, and so y'all. He had a video of a groundhog uh, go through fencing. I, that hole was literally that big. I mean, was not, and that groundhog squares all the way through. I have never seen anything like that in my entire life. It tripped me out, but that sucker squares through that hole. And then he had a video of a deer that jumped over his fence and into I've never seen that. Never seen that. Never, ever, ever. But that groundhog tripped me out. And possums and things like that always be coming in his yard. But he has all kinds of dealings with wildlife. So you get to see some of that too. The actual camera feed and then how he tries to deal with the pests. Um, let's see. I like his container systems to start plants. Reminds me of Rustic Garden. Yeah, yeah. But he. I really love. I mean, his greens always look good. His greens always look good. His garden looks great for the most part. Thank you, Melanie, for dropping that YouTube link. Um, and let's see. They closed the airport shortly after we left. What? Denver in Denver? Woo! That's crazy. That's early in the season already. Mm-mm. What dude asked you to what asked you to make gumbo tomorrow? Yes, but please thank you, Melanie, for posting the name again. Bubble Beats. All one word, and also posting that link. And then if you don't mind too, the link to Cheryl's Organic Food Force. Anybody not know who that is? She's the lady that I was talking about with the greenhouse, and I mean, like, she's a master of that greenhouse, honey. How to heat it, how to aerate it. I guess that's the right word, but she uses fans and things like that. So she got a whole setup, and her greenhouse is beautiful. So you should definitely go check her out. And then who else did I name drop in here? Um, I can't remember. I can't remember who else, but me too, Miss Angela. I wish I had a real greenhouse. I really do. Want a walk-in greenhouse. Yes, yes, I do too. Yes, Miss Cheryl's channel is pretty dope. Pretty dope. And she has a lot of cutie patooties helping her out. Her grand angels is what she calls them. Her grandchildren are beautiful, and they always helping her in the garden. She's teaching them. Oh yes, thank you, Miss Angela. Millennial Gardener. I did drop him. And so go check out the Millennial Gardener as well. So any of my mods in the house, if y'all could drop links to Miss Cheryl's Organic Food Forest, the Millennial Gardener, Bubble Beats already been dropped. That would be great. Um, UT says Northern Utah got a bunch of snow, but we were lucky not to due to it being too cold. Insert manic laughter. Oh my gosh. I couldn't imagine snow right now. It's 48 degrees where you are. I think it's close to 30, 32 here. Let's see. Nope, it's 36 degrees right now where I am in zone 6B. Hey, Miss Craft. Hey, finally caught up with you. And I was supposed to be off at I'm at an hour 18 minutes. I was trying to sign off at an hour 05. Then Miss Angela came in, so I had to say what's up with her and see what's going on with her. Then UT came in. I'm like, wait a minute now. People just kept, yeah. So I had to check y'all out. Um, Backyard said I'm not in the best condition to drop links, bear fruit. I'm sorry. Okay. Miss Melanie got me right here. Cheryl's Organic. Yep, there's the link for her. Only mods, please drop links. Nobody else do that, but I just want my mods to do that for me. And then Miss Angels Garcia said it is still in the 70s while this crazy rain pours down. Wow. Okay, and Everybody saying, "What's up, Diva? What's up?" It's a party. Yeah. Yeah, Miss Craft, it is. It's always a party up in here. Yeah, y'all make it a party. Y'all so dope. Y'all so dope. Like really. Really y'all so dope. And we have a good time. Backyard Garden is in the house. She's not feeling well, but she is here. Uh, so I'm very, very grateful for that. Very, very grateful for that. Um, let me see. All right. But let's see. My microgreens are sprouting like crazy. Yay! I'm so glad. So this is your first time growing microgreens, right? That has been a common theme, it seems like, throughout this community, growing microgreens in the wintertime. And I tried that for the first time last winter, and yep, I had great success. The only reservation I would say about growing microgreens or any plant really is you can't overwater. If you overwater, you're either going to kill them, and especially in the house, you're going to have a lot of mold issues. So that's the only thing. Just try to be consistent. Let that soil dry just a little bit before you water again. Do the finger check. I just stick my finger down in the soil, and so you can check that moisture. Or if you have a moisture meter, use that. But yeah, it can definitely cause some issues if you overwater, and with the humidity and everything, it can create mold. And I usually scoop the mold off the top of the surface. Sprinkle some cinnamon. I also sprinkle cinnamon in the soil, like as I'm preparing the soil anyway. I just go ahead and put cinnamon in there, and then douse it. Once I get the seeds planted, I douse it again, very generously with cinnamon. Um, that's a Cinnamon's a natural fungicide, and but it doesn't always do the job like 100%, but it does help. It's a good preventative measure, not really after it's happened, if that makes any sense. um let's see. Just dipped to 34. Yeah, yeah. We just talking about the temperature. It's crazy. It's 36 degrees here. Yes, first time doing that. I want to grow some. I'm excited about it. Good for you. And like I said, these little things are perfect for microgreens. If you don't have the big tray, because people that grow microgreens for a living, like they grow these to sell, they buy these big trays. And that's fine and dandy, but you don't have to start with that. You can go and buy, these were at the Dollar Tree, 3 for $1. Fill this sucker up with soil, and you want to sow pretty densely. I mean, just like this, all the way down, right? Water it in, cover it up with soil, or if, and then go for it. But you don't have to buy pots, extra pots, or those big old long sheets, trays. Start with something real, real small. Get yourself going first before you invest a lot of money into stuff. Naked gardeners in the house. Hey, what's going on? And Angela's busy bee gardening homesteads in the house. What time is it? Y'all be look. I'm not that grown. I'm really acting grown right now, but I thought about going to bed at 7:30. I was ready to go to bed at 7:30. I don't know what it is tonight. Got a second wind or something. I don't know. But yeah, y'all come out late at night, Halloween night. Yeah, I'm let's see, doing a little dance. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, everybody saying what's up to each other. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Hold on, hold on. Oh, okay. I read that. Oh no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Miss Angela was talking about we are talking about that mold issue and uh hold on, where'd it go? I lost it. I lost it. Oh man, I'm trying to find it. I'm sorry. The naked guard came in the house. We just dipped. Okay. I'm using my spray bottle when there's a little dryness. Yes. Yeah, that's a good way to not overwater. Use a spray bottle. hmm But you would have to spray every day with the spray bottle, just every day. But it's better than pouring, because pouring can cause some issues. It just gets too wet, and then you want to water again later, thinking it's dry. And that's why I say do the finger test, because like just literally push your finger down about that much, because when you look at the soil, the top of the soil is dry, right? Because that's on the very top. But if you just scratch a little bit down, you'll see that the soil is still wet. um, I'm learning, and I'm excited. I saw a fabulous video on where to get the best seeds, cheap Whole Foods bulk section, pennies for seeds. Now, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm thinking of one person that probably will. Okay, we know her as Diva Jones 03. But microgreens, everybody thinks that that's a particular type of seed, and that's not the case. There are no microgreen seeds. Microgreens is a label, and it's a mixture of seeds. A mixture of seeds. So I think I used all of the ones I got from M.I. Gardner, but I thought it was a special type of seed. And but it's not. It's just a mix of seeds that you grow and harvest before they reach full maturity. That's all a microgreen is. So you're planting the seeds. It could be radishes, um, kale, radish, spinach. Not spinach. Is it spinach? I know people eat a lot of kale, arugula, kale, spinach, radishes. Um, salad mixes. It can be whatever. But you grow anything you can grow to eat the leaves. You can make a microgreen basically. And so broccoli, yeah, broccoli, cabbage. Thank you, Naked Gardener. Thank you. Collards, mustards. There's a whole list. Um, and so uh mix them suckers up if you want just a mix. I love them. And you're growing seedlings. That's really what you're doing right before they get their first true leaves. And then you harvest them. And if they do get a first true leaf, that's fine. Just cut them and eat them. But people love putting them in soups, salads, of course. Man, if you're making a nice fat juicy turkey sandwich, right? Instead of using leaf lettuce, get you a bunch of microgreens and blah, right? You can use them however way you want. But why the reason why people are so crazy about microgreens, and I think Miss Angela just said it. Yeah, bean sprouts is different. Now, sprouts are different. Sprouts are different. Um, but yeah, microgreen sandwiches are delicious. Yes. Um, but yep, they can go on sandwiches. Um, but the reason why people are so crazy about them is because they are so intense as far as the flavor is concerned. And it's actually the most nutrient dense stage of the seedling. So um, I don't know how to explain it other than that, but you get the most flavor when it's at this stage before it gets its first true leaf. So if you like peppery type spicy mixes, you might want to do more radishes, arugulas, and things like that. But you get so much. I mean, and I literally just take a few, maybe 5 or 6 or 7 uh sprouts, and just put them on your tongue and go like that. Like really get that, really taste it. Get some air in your mouth, and you can be like, whoa, where's that little spice? Whoa, there's something a little sweet. Whoa, there's something. I mean, like you can really taste all the flavors. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And restaurants love purchasing microgreens from people. They do. And I've actually looked into that. I've never sold to a restaurant, But I have looked into that and talked to some restaurant owners about, what their expectations are when they do purchase microgreens, and talked to some other people that have sold microgreens before to restaurants. So, because I was really thinking about it at one point, because I was like, this is so easy. This is so easy, but things can go wrong, like that mold issue. That's the biggest thing for me, in my experience, was the mold issue. But let's see. Y'all doing some microgreens next year, okay? And we have a church friend that has a coffee tea shop, and told her we'd give her some to try. There you go. They are the highest in vitamin C when they are sprouts. Miss Angela says, and the Naked Gardener concurs. He agrees. But yeah, that's a nice list, Naked Gardener, that you gave us there. Broccoli, radish, lettuce, kale, beets, carrot, cabbage, collards, mustards. Yes, mustard greens. Man, I really didn't realize how big of a punch. I mean, even at their mature stage, man, those things will punch you right in the gut. Honey, the mustards that I had, I was like, wow. But I liked it. I really liked it. Um, Lady Haluva says, and I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Helluva, Haluva. So sorry. Lady H. That's what I'm going to have to call you. But she said Whole Foods will give you last season seeds to ask the manager. Okay, good tip. Good tip. Good tip. Good tip. Miss Angela's Busy Bees and Homestead, Busy Bees Garden Homestead is in the house. What's up, girl? Thank you. Yes, I am just a little bit sounding better. Let's see. Um Miss Craft said I would love to grow some, but I know my cat would think I was growing it for him. Ah, goodness. Yep. Mustards are your favorite, Miss Angela? Yeah, I really like, and as far as like growing them, man, honey, it didn't take but a split second for them to grow back. I would cut them suckers down and then boom. And it's like the leaves were much bigger. When I went back to harvest the second, third, and sixth time. I mean, those mustards grew so fast to me. I was like, sometimes I was like, it was just overnight. What is going on? But yes, yes, and they tolerate the cold. You are so right. You are so right. Um, gonna start this patio apartment garden series while here in Georgia. Why are you in Georgia? Did you move there? Is that what you were saying? I got to look. Somebody was talking about they need to follow up with my channel. I need to follow up with a lot of people. Um, let's see. Collards are my favorite. I am so disappointed, y'all. Y'all know I tried to grow them collards in the spring. It didn't work out. And now they just like I thought they were all dead. Because I have not attended to this garden, this 4x4 raised bed, because I had that garden netting around trying to protect my onions from the squirrels. And they ended up getting spiders hanging from the garden netting. So I left that alone. Y'all know how I feel about spiders. I tried to get some of them out of here, but those were big and I was not dealing with them, and I left them alone. But now them collards are popping up, and I'm like, oh, I thought y'all was dead, honey. They are popping up and looking beautiful. So I got to get over there to them. I get over there. Let's see. Uh, Cosmo and the pot liqueur from mustard greens is so flavorful. Mmm. She said, yes, I like pot liquor or liqueur. Yeah. Yeah, I love collards and mustards. Yes. Um, oh, work related. Okay. 4 to 6 weeks. Woo. Okay. That's right. Garden wherever you go. Peppermint and lemongrass oil spray to keep the spiders away. Okay, yeah. So everybody, y'all, I gotta get it. I gotta get it together. I got to come up with a plan and then execute the plan. It's I can come up with plans, just executing them suckers like every step of the way. And speaking of that, that was one of my other talking points. What did I do about? I have wrote out a spring garden plan, spring slash summer garden plan, honey. The way I thought I was going to set up my garden beds and everything. Is it just me, or did anybody not do what they planned to do? So I had these suckers drawn out like I was gonna plant this in here, and I used the square foot gardening method for the most part. I tried to this year with my cinder block raised bed, and I grew a bunch of carrots in one. It's like you can grow like 16 carrots in 1 square foot of your garden, 1 square foot plate space, and it worked. I was like, oh my gosh! Instead of planting in rows. So I was really pumped up about that. But yeah, for the most part, I planted nothing like I planned out in my spring garden. But I did get things that I needed and that I wanted, and so it all worked out in the end. But I was like, Letitia, again, overthinking it. Oh, I want to put these here and this here and this here. Well, it's cool, but a lot of the times things just change. Plans just change. And that's okay. How do you like the cinder block raised bed? I love it. I love it because I can plant inside the raised bed. I do think I want to move that back wall up against the fence and make it go all the way to the fence. So I'm gonna have to buy a few more cinder blocks, so I can make it go all the way back to the fence instead of leaving that little gap. I left a gap between the cinder block and the fence, and then I put some pots back there and strung up some twine and grew my Kentucky pole beans. Well, that was all good until I put a tomato plant in the cinder block raised bed and another big plant, the holy basil. And then, like, I put some other stuff and ended up not being able to reach the Kentucky pole beans. So that type of stuff, I guess that's why you should come up with a plan. But but then remember, like, the plants are not going to stay small forever. So what are they going to look like when they're fully mature? And do you have room to maneuver around in your garden? Because for just me, if I can't reach it or get to it easily, then it's going to be neglected. If I put the pot back in the corner, and because I'm trying to get everything fit in, well, that pot might not get all the attention that it needs because it's way back in the corner. I'm thinking about creating a cinder block raised bed, but need to know more about it. I love it, and I love to plant in the little holes of the cinder blocks, so I don't leave them. I got parsley and oregano, herbs and stuff coming out of the sides of the cinder block right in those holes. I planted a marigold or two or three. Just I try to use every inch of it. I like it. I like it. It'll last longer than the wood stuff. It's heavy. It's heavy. And so I did not move all of those cinder blocks. My husband helped me do that. But that's pretty much the only downfall I can see of the cinder block raised bed at this point. My experience is that they're heavy. They're way cheaper. It's like $1 and some change for a cinder block. So for that bed, I probably spent less than $20. Um, but again, they're just heavy. Cinder blocks are heavy. Um, uh, so we got Angela's Garden Sense and Angela's Busy Bees Gardening Homestead in the house. I just want to make that clarification. Um, Angela's Busy Bee says she loves using the cinder block. Uh, let's see. Yeah. Miss Craft says I can't seem to get my timing right. My seeds germinate later, and this freezes way earlier than expected. But you're not the only one, okay? And this is the thing about when you're coming in from into the spring from winter, that's one thing. But when you're starting hot and then going cold, that's another thing. So the fall into the winter, or the summer into the fall, it's hard to get that timing down. And I thought I almost had it because I started my seedlings a month before the frost date, and then my seedlings died. All of them died, and that was because we got this heat wave at the end of the summer, going into fall. Everything died. I didn't water like I was supposed to. Once again, I just be doing stupid stuff. But that's what happened. That's what happened. Oh my gosh, y'all! I've been on here an hour and 39 minutes. I can't believe that. Wow. But yeah, so it's different when you're starting cold and going to hot than going hot going to cold. It's the timing. Anybody got any tips other than using the Farmer's Almanac? That's all I know. There's this garden app that I use called From Seed to Spoon. From Seed to Spoon is a YouTube channel, but they created an app. Okay, and I do use that. But again, it's just it is what it is. I just but timing is hard. It is one of those challenges that we face as gardeners. Um, I guess it is easy to create for sure. I wonder if they're cheaper than the stone corners that I use now. Plus, with cinder blocks, no wood to. Yes, and the stone corners, I don't know. I don't know if they cheaper. I really don't. But the cinder blocks are cheap. Cinder blocks are cheap, cheap. Um, hey Angela, good to see you. Okay, Diva, what's going on? Planting the garden is a real challenge, even going into the warm weather. Sometimes winter hangs on too. Yep, that's true. That is so true. Plus, I have to learn real succession planning. Yes, it's like Letitia, just decide: are you gonna plant a week later? Are you gonna plant 2 weeks later? Most people say 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, plant the crop, and then 2 weeks later come back behind it and plant some more seeds. But if I see everything is sprouting, and I don't really know, like with the peas, for instance, I planted those, they came up, they grew about maybe 2 or 3 inches, and then I planted more. I don't know how long it took for them to grow that 2 or 3 inches. I just said, oh, I'm gonna pop some more seeds in. I just decided to. But that's succession planting. Is it planned succession planting? No, I just decided one day to pop more seeds in there. I popped more seeds in there today. But yes, that is a good concept and to understand and implement. Yes, it is a free app. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. From Seed to Spoon. This is what it looked like. Let me show you what it looked like. Right. Ooh, can y'all see that? Ooh, y'all can't see that. It's right there. Ooh, y'all can't see that. No, y'all can't see that. Let me try to open it. Maybe that'll. I've talked about it before on my channel. I talked about it before. But that's it. Yeah. Yep. And it's free. Around here, ooh, let me go back up. Around here at this point, we are getting around freezing, but our weather, it just depends. Last year we got down to 17 degrees. Okay. That's cold. Um, let's see, $1.38 a block. Miss Angela said in her area, it was like $1.24, $1.15, something like that in my area. But we're in completely two different states. So, and let's see, I see folks like Callie Kim who has 6 inches on her seedlings. So I think I would try to start them 1 week apart. They might get into the ground until later. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Callie Kim is a good channel to watch. To be all honest, that's one of the main channels that I watch when I really like. I was like, okay, now, daggone it, I'm gonna get this daggone gardening thing down. Like, yes, now is the time. Today, Letitia. So Callie Kim was one of those channels that I watched consistently. Yes, like everything that she possibly produced, everything that she put out. I watched and rewatched and rewatched and watched again. Gary, the Rustic Garden is one of those other channels yeah, and they're bigger now. Callie Kim was pretty big. Gary just got big this year. I mean, like really blew up. He was creeping. He was creeping for a while. But he just boom blew up this year. And he deserves it. He really does deserve it. I really like Gary from the Rustic Garden. Um, let's see. Uh the app From Seed to Spoon. I'm about to type it in the chat. From seed to spoon. Yes. And yeah, Gary's a good teacher with good instruction. Yeah, he's pretty cut and dry. Like, is what it is. Very direct and just no flip fluff. No flip fluff. He just tells you what to do. And he'll tell you all day, this is what I do. This is what, I mean, you don't have to, but this. And then sometimes he'll be like, don't do that. Don't believe that. Don't. But it's not like, I don't know. It's like he's in front of the camera, but he's not in the camera. Y'all understand what I'm saying? He's not just talking. He's like really dropping some knowledge, very, very knowledgeable. I love the rustic garden. He is very technical. Yes, he is very, very scientifically technical. That's not me, but I enjoy listening to him. I'm like, oh, well, oh, okay. Well, that's why. Oh, that's how to, oh, okay. Like, I really like to hear the information, but I'm not going to be that technical. Y'all know that by now. I'm not going to be that person. But yes, he is great. I type fast. Ah, um, yes, he has tons of great information. Tons, tons, tons. But go check him out. Go check him out. Yeah. Okay, y'all, for real. I've been on here an hour and 45 minutes and y'all just keep talking to me. Y'all just keep talking. I love it though. Hold on. Miss Crab, what you trying to throw some shade? Hold up. He hooked up with Callie Kim on a few videos and took off from there. I like his channel too. Yes, he did. He did. And him and Callie, they were going back and forth for a while. But yes, they finally like literally got together and did some videos. Like she went to see him because he had just purchased a farmhouse, an old farmhouse that's beautiful, and the land. So he has built his homestead from scratch. And honey, he put in some time, put in some money, and put in some work. But he got it done, and he worked a full-time job. And honey, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. But yes, they did hook up, and he did kind of take off a little bit more. But he was already there. He was already working up to that. So it wasn't all her, because he really is good at what he does. But yes, after they finally made that connection together and got together, and I think he actually visited her too. But she did visit him on his homestead because his homestead is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, Miss Craft, I just saw your comment. LOL, Kermit the Frog here. Um, what is see? Uh, I think he was always bigger than her, but she had better edited videos than he did. Well, and it's true. Like yeah, she's pretty hard. And camera guy, he's got some gifts. Yeah, he's pretty gifted at what he does. But anyway, both of them are great channels. Um, they really are. I really learned those two channels. I watched a lot, and then I found y'all, and I was like, "Where have you been all my life?" Like I really felt that way. I was like, "Oh my gosh, there are people that, yeah, there are a lot of people, and I want some of that. Subscribe. Ooh, I want to look at them. Yep, subscribe. That's what I do. Yep. And then I found you, and it's been real. It's been real. Yes, her husband does do the filming and editing. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, camera guy. Let's see. I don't know when his harvesting party is. I haven't watched their channel in a minute, y'all. I've been watching y'all. I've been learning from y'all. I felt like, and I do go back to them every once in a while, but I just felt like I was like, oh wow, y'all are here. Oh, I didn't know y'all were here. If y'all catch my drift. I didn't know there were so many of y'all. I knew there were some out there. I just didn't know there were so many. So I'm very happy to find y'all. Y'all catch my drift. I am. I really am. Yep, folks. Yep. Yep, that's what I mean, Miss Angela. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to scroll back up. I'm losing you. I'm losing you. Let's see. Whose videos drag out too long? You think Gary's videos do? Oh, John. I don't know who John is. Who's John? From Growing Your Greens. John from Growing Your Greens. I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard that channel before. We y'all are so funny. Been in and out of this hangout, but I have to leave. Thank you, UT, for stopping by. Thank you. I've been trying to leave for 50 minutes and I just can't. It's like you just can't. You just can't do it sometimes. Oh goodness. Yes, from Growing Your Greens. Yeah. I read back up in the chat a little bit and I saw where the Naked Gardener had posted that. Uh Good info, but they're very long. Okay. Okay, okay. Miss Craft said, "Hey UT, happy Halloween." Luke from In My Gardener. Yeah, I watched his channel too, but sometimes I just need variety. I just need variety. And so yes, and I did buy most of my seeds from a seed store. That's really the first seed store other than Callie Kim and Gary that I knew about. And I bought most of my seeds from his seed store because they were 99 cents a pack. Gary and Callie charge different prices. So I was like, I can get more seeds in my gardener. But I do, and everybody sells their seeds different. Callie Kim sells her seeds in like packages. Like, here's all the peppers. Here's a pepper seed mix. Here's all the tomatoes. You can get like 5 or 6 varieties of tomatoes. So I love the way she sells her. There's not a whole lot of people that sell packages of seeds like that. But um, everybody sells differently. Everybody prices differently. Whatever. You may get more for your price. I don't know, but I did buy in my garden because he had a lot more variety, and they were all 99 cents a pack. So I went ahead and hooked that up. I did purchase seeds, and I won seeds from Callie Kim, and I won a smart pot, that purple. I know the black Callie Kim smart pot. I won with some seeds on one of her drawings, and then the purple one I bought for Little Big Girl Farmer. That's her garden space. But yeah. Yep. Girl, get in the bed. I'm about to go. I'm about to go backyard gardener. She says she's trying to fight her meds. Honey, don't fight it. Don't fight it. You need to get that rest. Yes, he has the cheapest seeds. Naked gardener. Are we still talking about Angela? You said I hate seeing his success without the tips. It's frustrating. Are you still talking about who you talking about? In my gardener? The Naked Garden said he gets some of his seeds from Baker Creek. Everybody got a supplier. I found that out. Yeah, quickly. A lot of them do harvest their seeds, but they also have a supplier. Uh-huh. Especially because they want to make sure they have enough. So Callie Kim harvests seeds, but I'm not 100% about Callie, but I do know for a fact Gary would tell you that he got a supplier. And in my garden, I got supply too. You're right. Yep. Yep. Uh, I'm impressed with his garden, but how does he deal with the pests? I don't see solution to growing problems, just radishes or kale on steroids, referring to yes. Yeah, people say that or that he says things so matter of factly, but he doesn't prove a lot of stuff. And so I've heard that. I've heard that. I've heard that. Yeah. And reading the comments and things like that. Good information. He has a beautiful garden. And he does try to teach like tips, but it seems like they're very, very vague sometimes. And yeah, I can understand that. I can understand what you're saying. Um, you want some good dirt from Cali Kim? That's dope. I want to try the good dirt. Corker but found he sells his seeds really cheap at 55 cents. Who? I love Praxis 55712. I gotta look it up. Okay, he sells his seeds real cheap too. He growing on steroids. And they grow beautifully, Miss Craft says. Okay, this Praxis person. I love Jim. I love Jim too, Miss Craft. Gardner says. Field mice killed our fall garden. Oh no. Ate all your brassicas and kale. Ain't that something? Yeah, yeah, them field mice now. This year is my first time seeing mice in my garden. It tripped me out. It tripped me out, but they there. Yeah, they there. Uh uh but dang, that stinks. That stinks. And the collards. Lord have mercy, they didn't leave nothing. Girl, I'm pushing 2 hours. I have never I've never done a 2 hour live stream on thing. Wow, I missed y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Over $100 worth of crops. You kidding? Oh man. Even started on some of our peppers. Ain't that something? Y'all, what y'all doing to deal with the mice? Give us some tips. You said we didn't because they had all this stuff. I don't know, y'all. This is my first year dealing with mice. Other than setting out traps, what can you do? I think that's my thing with a lot of those large channels. They don't show what's going wrong, right? Yep, I can. Yep. Now, Callie Kim will show you. She like, oh shoot, she'll go out. Especially, she got a lot of problems with rats in her garden. She'll go out even when she try to hide the tomatoes under some t-shirts or some pantyhose or something. And honey, them rats take a big old chunk out of that tomato. She's devastated. She's so devastated. She'll show you some of her bad stuff. Um, Hold on, let me back it up. What y'all saying? Whoa, it's coming in hot. Y'all coming in hot in this chat. None of the stuff gets ate up. No, I know. Seems that way. None of this stuff ever dies. Right. I need real gardeners, not fake ones. I know that's right. Show us everything. I love his voodoo indoor garden too. Amazing. I got to check you out because I don't know what I've never seen him. Uh I wanted to blow up the back. You're gonna get me all choked. Lord Jesus, don't blow up the backyard. Oh Lord, don't blow it up. Oh my goodness. Are there any PETA members in here? Oh Lord Jesus. Oh, I can't take it. Yeah, y'all hold me hostage. Yes, y'all are. We bought this electrified mousetrap, got 3 of them. Well, if there's any PETA members in here, uh, let's see. We're gonna post them on IG, but didn't want it. Yeah, I know, because they will. I find that everybody's looking for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it feels that way. So, but well, whatever you got to do, shoot, that's a lot of work to be putting in to have everything ate up like it. You gonna send him Felix, Diva? You gonna mail Felix to you so he can handle it? Yeah, I got this black cat that just keeps lurking around, and I don't really like cat. I don't like cats. I know I don't like cats. I didn't say I hated them. I just don't like them very much. And we already had this conversation, so I'm not gonna go into it again. But there's this black cat. I really don't like black cats. But he, whatever. His belly is full, honey. He is fat, and I don't think he belongs to anybody, but somebody's feeding him, and or he's been helping me out with them rats and things going on in my backyard too. Because I haven't seen him in a while. I don't want to see him, but I haven't seen him. So maybe he's you know, eating them up for me. Oh Lord. Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't want rats to just chase them. I want them to get them, kill them. Um, Yeah, so Diva said that they leave out too much. They're talking about big channels, big gardening channels for gardeners. They're really trying to learn. She says she shows when she kills stuff, and it embarrasses her. But and it's true. Like I I don't want to admit some of the stuff that I do, but I do some stupid stuff, and like it's my fault. It's totally my fault. That's what I mean by stupid. Careless, if that's a better word. I do some careless stuff. um, and I know y'all be like, Letitia, get yourself together. But it's true. I be telling myself that. Like, why can you not get yourself? And then some stuff I just don't know. Like I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, too late for that. But maybe next time we'll do better. But and that's okay. That's okay. But you're right. Some of the bigger channels, it's about production. It's about I don't know if it's about it's about content, but it's just like it's a show. It's just a show. So I appreciate the show, but I also appreciate the realness, right? The truth. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm okay with him being around. I just don't touch me. Don't get on me. Don't brush up against me. None of that. I told you we weren't going there, Diva. I'm not going there with y'all tonight about these cats. Um, woo. Yeah. Picking up mice. Mm. Ooh, no, wait a minute. Letitia, but mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I don't want, no, I don't want to see no dead. I can deal with the mice. I scooped one out of my garden and put it in trash the other day, but I just prefer not to. I prefer not to. But I definitely don't want you to be bringing me dead get. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Oh, and the trap is reusable. Well, that's a plus. That's a plus. Ah. Oh wow, I just checked out the 55 cent store. What 55 cent store? You talking about a seed store or the penny store, whatever that Diva was talking about? Angela. Ooh, bless his heart. These mice. Y'all just keep, let's see. Lord have mercy. Okay. Miss Angela says, yes, the little shop of seeds on the Oh, okay. I gotta check him out. I've never heard of that before, so I will check them out. Okay, so call me weird. I used to be that way, but dead rats don't phase me anymore. Yeah, I grew up where rats would. I mean, being on a farm, you would see mice and all the time, and that doesn't bother me so much. I don't want them on me though. I don't want them on me. I don't want one to run across my foot, which happened a couple times uh, on the farm. But I prefer them not to touch me. Looking at them, I don't have a problem, but don't touch me. Just don't be on me. Earlier this year, worms on plants used to bother me. Yes, now that, honey, when I flipped over that leaf, yeah, I don't know if y'all saw that video, but I flipped over a leaf and all the worms on the back. Oh my gosh, I almost lost my mind. Ooh, wait. But then I get over it. Like I can pick them off. It don't bother me. But it's the multitude. Like so many of them at one time. It's okay to pick them off one at a time. But then you see like an infestation. That's what grosses me out. The infestations. It's like so many at once. Yeah, yeah. It freaks me out. Yeah. Um. All right. Okay. Woo. All right, y'all don't want me out. I've been on here 2 hours and 5 minutes. Ain't nobody gonna go back and rewatch this live stream because it's too long. The multitude. That's just what came to my mind, Miss Angela. Y'all know what I was trying to say. Yeah, I don't like to see all that at one time. I'm going to bed. Y'all like this is way past my bedtime. Way past my bedtime. Y'all don't understand. Oh Lord, it's 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. Lord Jesus. Okay, well, it looks like there's some other lives on too, but I can't do it. I will be in the bed. So thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I do miss y'all though. Like we haven't done this in a minute. Like really just hang out talk. Um, yeah, the initial shock of seeing the critters. Yes, yes, yeah. But thank y'all so much. You gonna let the greens go to God? It do be feeling that way, and I feel the same thing about aphids. Oh God, the aphids and there's never just one or two of those. Never ever just one or two of those. There's a bunch. I mean, that's the multitude, girl. Yes. Yeah, you are so welcome. Yeah, it was good to see you. Thank you all so much for joining me. I love y'all. Y'all know I do. I really, really, really do. And stay warm, stay warm, stay warm, stay safe. And until next time, y'all are so welcome. Yes, I had so much fun. Thank you so much for hanging out. I think I see on my notifications that Green Organic Love is live. Fresh and Sassy is live. Food Force Permaculture just posted. Diving with Purpose just posted a video. So y'all go check them out if y'all want to. But I'm going to the bed. I'll probably turn on I Am Dolomite again and watch that. If y'all haven't checked that, if y'all got Netflix, y'all ever seen Dolomite? I'm on this Dolomite right now. I remember seeing it as a kid. I watched it a couple times after my husband I forgot about the movie. And then my husband was reciting some stuff from the movie one time, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I ain't seen a movie in forever." But Eddie Murphy just did a rendition of Dolomite, or it's called "I Am Dolomite," the movie, and he did a good job. He really did do a good job. I was like, okay, but it's so funny to me, and I have watched it like 5 times. So I probably fall asleep watching "I Am Dolomite" again. It's on Netflix. If y'all didn't know about it, and then oh my gosh, look, I'm trying to get off of here, but rest in peace, John Witherspoon. Oh, man, Pops. Y'all know Pops from Friday, the movie Friday. Man, I was like, oh, Mr. Witherspoon. I met him one time, got a picture with him. My husband took me to when we were dating. We went to were we dating? Yeah, I think we were dating. Yeah, we were dating at the time. And I think, were we dating or because we saw Lavelle Crawford. I think we were married that time because his parents went with us. Oh my gosh. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Lavelle Crawford is funny. So we met him in person, and then met John Witherspoon, and he did the character Pops, but he also sang on stage, and it was beautiful. That man has he plays around a lot, but he has a beautiful voice. Beautiful voice. But yes, John Witherspoon died. I know it's very sad at like 77 years old or something like that. But yeah. Uh, let's see. Oh, she said Diva said that she's raising money for Deborah. Contact me via email, but don't tell her. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, Miss Deborah Christmas. Um, her husband died. Her husband died. She did release a video explaining that. Um, and that's just yeah. I think they were married 26 years, 27 years, something like that. Um, yeah, very very sad. Very very sad news. Um, okay, yeah, okay. All right, Davy Jones put her email in the chat. They're trying to raise money for Miss Deborah. So if anybody's live and listening, it's Diva. I'm trying to find it again. Diva underscore Jones, DEVA underscore Jones at MSN.com. If you want to donate, email Diva and she'll give you the rest of the information. Okay, that's cool. All right, y'all. Okay, I'm really getting off of here. Thank y'all. I love y'all so much. Peace.